So a further update on the situation in Venezuela. A lot has changed in just a few hours. Maduro is no longer there. He's been taken away by the Americans. I don't think it was a coup because, well, it might have been a military coup, I suppose, the way you look at it. Because there's no way they've just gone and taken him from the airport. So it must have been a negotiated exit, which is actually better than having a bloody conflict. Nevertheless, they did actually bomb Venezuela, so remind yourselves about that. In addition to that, it looks like the military leaders might have actually given them up. The defense minister or the vice president is now in charge, so nothing's really happening in Venezuela itself. I think there's a lot of confusion, but nothing, let's say, bad. The Americans are in control of the airport, the main airport in Caracas, from what we've been reading online. So we know what's going to happen. There will be a conference by Trump at Mar-a-Lago at some point this afternoon. I was actually more intrigued by the responses because there's been hardly any at all, because everyone's been a bit surprised and shocked by this. There's actually Nigel Farage's response. It's actually quite diplomatic, which is actually fair play to him. When he says this in a tweet, he says, "The American actions in Venezuela overnight are unorthodox and contrary to international law. But if they make China and Russia think twice, it may be a good thing. I hope Venezuelan people can now turn a new leaf without Maduro." So it was very diplomatic of him to say that. He wasn't actually, "Oh, look how great Trump was. Look what he did." He actually questions, whether this actually, because it is contrary to international law, you actually just literally are kidnapping a leader of another country and taking them out. But in this case, it doesn't look like it was just them walking in and taking somebody out. The military in Venezuela might have given them up, because obviously there was a price on Maduro's head. What's going to happen to Maduro, we have no idea. Going forward, we'll see what happens. But right now, the situation in Venezuela is actually quite calm. Obviously, people are probably a bit anxious over there. So nothing, drastic. We'll see what Trump has to say about what he did. He made as if it was some great operation, but we know Maduro gave himself up more voluntarily, obviously. And but it's actually nice to see that. It's just quite refreshing from a person who's a member of a leader of a political party that's now polling the highest in the UK, coming out and questioning this and saying, "Yeah, we don't particularly like what's going on here, but maybe it's a good thing." He's trying to be a bit diplomatic about it. I think deep down, Farage knows this is actually clearly a violation of international law. Now, but that being said, America, China, Russia can't do what the hell they want these days. That's what's happening. So, we have to keep. The year just started. We have no idea what's going to happen next. I'm looking forward to another year, a great year like we saw in 2025 and 2026 too. Yeah, it's not looking good, is it? Who's next on the cards now?